Morning, good people. It's what, about 6:30, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and this could get copyright struck. Arch Enemy is playing live in 2019 at a festival in the background, but I don't give a shit about that. I've just sworn in the first 10 seconds. I don't give a shit about that either. It's funny how easy a life is when you just stop giving a shit about petty bullshit. I could have phrased that better, couldn't I? Yeah. And that is really what this morning's little rant is about. Petty, bureaucratic bullshit that gets in the way of your passions. I think in one respect, I've found one outlet that thus far doesn't seem to have that. And that's Ragebreed UK, plug. The proprietor of that promotional group, Karina Share, she doesn't seem to have any bullshit about her. Hopefully. And that's a good thing. But I've talked about the fact that I'm a historical reenactor before. Hang on, I'm going to light a cigarette. Among many other things. I actually wear more hats than I own, I think. That's the truth, isn't it, darling? But I won't name names. I don't do that, but these people will know who they are. But the group I've trained with only once, admittedly. I had to miss the last training session a fortnight ago due to circumstances. Like, you know, Rick's funeral and wake. At least my ankle is feeling better now. But basically, I, admittedly rather late last night, I texted my main contact with that group to ask about training tomorrow. I've had no reply. Admittedly, it was rather late, but really, since I didn't turn up to training a fortnight ago, I've had no communication from them. That speaks volumes. All I expect from anyone is honesty. And this strikes me as being rather a wee bit dishonest and therefore dishonourable. So as far as I'm concerned, forget it. Not my bag. I'm hoping that things are progressing with Odin's Ravensguard, the wonderful people who did the walk from Ipswich to York, but we shall see. I'm very lacking in trust at this moment in time. I'm getting very fucking tired of being let down. Very fucking tired. After the shit I've had this week. From that twat who lives downstairs to the ginger-headed twat in the Jude on Friday. I've had it up to here. At least Saturday I got to spend time somewhere where I am appreciated. Thank you, Ed, my boss at Chip. Plug and Chip now. I think he's learning to appreciate me and maybe give me a little trust. And I will not push that far enough to abuse it, because I do not do that. I used to in the past. I know I did. But now, no. I like to think at least when I've had under 7 pints, I don't push things past their limit. It was nice to see Andy and Damn It Girl. Young lady who I've known for a while who changed her name. James's ex. Antonia. Thank you, Michelle. Sorry, Antonia. It was nice seeing Andy and Antonia walk past today. And apparently, can you see that? I have accidentally glued a rune on my trousers. Nah, getting back to the serious issue, trust. I realise I don't fit in anywhere where the people are overwhelmingly neurotypical. I just don't. And I no longer expect people to work around me. If it's too much effort for them, then fair enough, I leave. It's as simple as that. That's how I view things. I mean, a lot of people are like, don't compromise, be who you are. You've got to tone it down sometimes, especially if you're as extreme as I am. I know I am. And I realise that now. But there are so many people who still think of me as the loose cannon that I was. And maybe inside I still am. But I've learned to chain that beast most of the time. Because it's powerful. And maybe that's why certain people seek to provoke me. Because they can feel that. I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's my psychologist over there. I always used to joke, didn't I, darling?
Yeah, you did.
That when you were doing your degree all those years ago, I was your case study. I think that has a certain element of truth. About 10%, 25%. Bless her, she's always known. Trust is fundamental to all human communication and cooperation. Without it, you don't get anywhere. That, I think, can be considered a universal truth. And so far I've found 2 avenues where I think I have that trust to a certain extent. That would be Ragebreed UK and Chip, Ipswich Community Hub. To a certain extent, I know I still have a lot to prove on both those cases. It's just a shame that I cannot seem to build up that trust with my own blood brother. But, you know, I begin to think that's his loss. Even my mother is coming around to that way of thinking. If he don't want to know. And it's a shame because that means his kids will never really know their uncle. Not my problem. Maybe when they're old enough to be legally responsible for themselves, they might contact me. Because how old is Fletcher now?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a lot
16.
older than I think.
17. Because back those pictures on that camcorder in 2004, he was a baby. Which would mean he must be at least 12, 13, maybe 14. See, I know them so little, I can't even remember how old they are. And that is just so, it feels so wrong to me. And I know I deserve that guarded attitude from my brother. I haven't exactly proved myself trustworthy over the years. And he's very set in his ways. He will be very slow to ever trust me fully again. It hurts, but I understand it. I think a lot of people are going to be very slow to trust in how I've been for the last 3-4 months, because they fear I'll drop back into nasty, temperamental, drunken alcoholic Howard. I still drink, by the way. I'm not giving that up. Got to have some vices. Rick's axe is coming along well. Look at that, baby. She's always by my side, reminding me of a good man. One who I owe a lot to. And we had the 4th anniversary of the passing of another very good man on Friday. I didn't realise it had been 4 years since Richard Day. Anybody that wants to know, who doesn't, message me, or comment in the comments, and I will tell you all about Richard Day. He was a star. Sadly, one that got snuffed out far too early, but that's another story. But, I think that's the thing. In the past year or so, I've lost far too many good old friends. I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, there was Robin, wasn't there, darling?
Yeah.
Then there was Stuart.
Yeah.
Then there was my father. Then there was Rick. And I'm sure I'm missing someone out somewhere, aren't I? Well, Richie, obviously. But that was 4 years ago now. Friday night, I was in the Swan and Hedgehog in town. And me and one of the old boys another old friend, were talking about it. And I thought it had been 3, but he was like, no, it's 4. And Joshua Edward Hicks also said, no, it's been 4. I was like, really? It don't seem like 4 years. I noticed in town, there are at least, last time I walked past, there were 2 bunches of flowers on the site of his alleged slaying. Do you think that's an appropriate word? Alleged. No, alleged. I'll repeat that at least 3 times. Was that 3 times? Alleged. 3 times is the charm. It's why I didn't go out last night, actually. Because I've had to deal with 2 fucking twats this week. I didn't fancy dealing with a 3rd. Because these things do normally come in 3s. So hopefully, as it's Sunday today, isn't it? I've cleared the week. What do you think? Is that a hope? Well, that's nearly 15 minutes, and I'm going to leave it at that. So, life's hard, isn't it? But for everybody else out there who's struggling, I wish you all the best. And I'm with you. You can believe that. If I promise that I'll be there for you when I can, note that, when I can, then I mean it. And if more people meant what they said, honestly, the world would be a lot better place. Thank you for listening. I'll probably do another video at some point later on today. So take care, and until then, peace and victory.